Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to make 4 quick and easy Valentine's Day cards. This is a part of the Queen of Craft Valentine Day special. Hi everyone, Monica here, and today I have a beautiful set of items that came through. This is from Queen of Craft. And I purchased some paper pads. This is a 6x6 and look at how beautiful these are. I love the print that I came out with. So I'm gonna be using these to make a Valentine's Day cards, or a few of them actually. And then I also have these vintage material paper, and it looks like they're already kind of pre-cut. But they have these beautiful garden prints. So I'm gonna be using that. I have a stencil. And one of the things that I like about this is that you can actually put this into a binder if you want, because it does have a little binder clip here. And then I have some dies that I also purchased. Again, this is from queenofcraft.com. And look at how they come in their beautiful package. They're really very well packaged, and I love this one. I'm definitely going to be using that one. But yeah, definitely very well packaged. They're amazing. I also have these stamps that I might be using as well. They're these beautiful red roses that you can find, and they are a clear stamp that you can see there. So I'm gonna go ahead and start making one item and show you a couple more that I also made for this. Hi everyone, Monica here, and I'm back with some of the items we're gonna be using for my card today. I know I showed you some of the dies that are coming in with this. Now, one of the things that I like, again, is how this is packaged. It comes with its own little baggie, so that's really neat. You can just close it up and open it whenever you need it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out my thinking of you sentiment, because this is what I decided I wanted to make this card. And then I have this border die that came in, and again, this is really beautiful. It has an outline heart with some stitching. Okay. And then this one is a solid background for this particular cutout. So I have a part of a paper pack that came in, and let me see if I can find the paper pack itself. So this is With You. This is a paper pad that's 6x6. And as you can see, it's perfect for letting somebody know that you love them and that you're thinking of them. It's got little hearts in white and blue. It's got fonts that say love, all you need is love, and other cute little sentiments and some solid lined hearts. So we're gonna use these to make our card today, okay? First thing I did was I measured out half the distance of 5.5 is 2 3/4. So you do have a marking there right in the middle. And I also did that on this glitter cardstock in white. Now the reason for that is because I wanted to be able to center this and flush it even. And I'm utilizing the heart here to be able to make that measurement, okay? Or that divot in the heart. And I'm also making sure that the edge of the heart is lined up with the edge of the paper. Okay, I'm just gonna washi that down. I'm gonna repeat the process with the glitter cardstock, and this is gonna be the solid die. Sorry about that. I'm trying to do too much. I don't think I can speak and think today at the same time. It's just one of those days. Okay. Nice and flush. And this will also help to kind of make sure that it's even. I hope it should be good. All right, so this moved. All right. So this little piece, I think I'm gonna cut out of black glitter cardstock. I'm gonna go ahead and pass this through the machine, and I'll be right back. All right, so here I have my items already cut out. You can see that it's still attached, okay? So we are gonna trim this off, and you can see just how pretty that is. It looks kind of like a lattice. And here I have the solid piece, and I want that to kind of pop out of the background. Now you're probably asking, well, why don't you just adhere it down with a little portion of the glitter stuck in the back? Now I didn't want to do that because if I do that, this is very thick compared to this. You'll be able to see that, and it'll create kind of a bump on your card. Normally I wouldn't mind, but that's going to create some issues here. So I am just going to line these up so that the hearts are there and that they are even, Steven. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start gluing this down. And I don't mind that it's over, it's a little bit under, it's a little bit over. I mean, it's not too bad. What I'm looking for is just to make sure that it doesn't move. I'm just gonna come in with my paper trimmer. Line that up at the top. Just come through and snip. Okay. Come on through the other side. And snip. Now it'll kind of stop you as you go with this little edging. So let's make sure I get, there you go. And now that's come loose. And I now have my trim. I'm just gonna trim this just a smidgen to make sure that it's nice and even from top and bottom. Okay, and we will be right back for the rest of the card. All right, so now that I have that in place and I've pressed it down firmly, I've trimmed the top and the side that had a little bit of that glitter paper kind of showing. I'm ready to now put this down onto my card base, and look at how pretty that is. And then when you take a closer look, you have this beautiful shine. So we're gonna go ahead and take this down and glue it. And there we have that first portion. Now I did die cut the Thinking of You out of glitter cardstock. I hope you can kind of see that. It's really very pretty. See? So I do want to have it, I think, just about right here. Or maybe up. That'll be pretty. So that way you can still see some of that color kind of popping through. And we will also add some flowers. But let me go ahead and adhere that down before we start adding anything else. All right, so here I have some paper flowers, and I have them in a smaller pink, larger pinks, and these beautiful paper roses. I also have this beautiful, it's a little polka dot print ribbon that I'm going to be using. Oops, it's falling off my fingers. 1, 2, and 2. Bring that around. Bring this up. And pull that nice and tight. All right, so now my hot glue gun is ready. And I am going to start first by adhering down my ribbon. And I want it just about there, just so that this owl a little bit just right there on the edge. And there you see it. And either way, it still makes the rule of 3 because you have 1, 2, 3, and just kind of going in that triangular shape. But you have a beautiful card. I love this sentiment. It's perfect. It's kind of, and if you use it with a different type of paper, maybe you can give it more of a grunge look. And you can see just how pretty this edging is. And look at that with the background, especially if you have a glitter paper. It's really very pretty. All right, for this next card, it's going to be very simple. We are going to use this for the sentiment, which is love. And you can see that there. I'm going to use that in a black glitter cardstock as well. I have this beautiful stencil that's going to create our background. It's going to be more of a cast card. So there won't be much in the way of embellishment. We want the colors to pop. We want this beautiful stencil and the pattern that it has really to kind of just show off the page. I have my A2 card, and then I have the base, and then just a A2 size cutout. So this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay. Just going to take a length for right now. Wrap it in on itself to create kind of a double-sided tape, and I don't throw anything away, so I guess I previously used that. Okay, let me just kind of get that straight. I'm gonna line up my stencil where I want it. I need another washi. Not to worry, I always have more. Put that down. And then I'll just bring this towards the edge. And this will help from keeping it from moving. Okay. So I have my Distress Oxides that I'm bringing in. Oop. And I'm missing one. So let's see how we can do to bring these in on an angle here, okay? Now, how this is going to work is I'm going to go ahead and cut right along the edge of this. I'm going to fussy cut it. And look what a beautiful border that makes. So I'm just gonna set that on my card just like that. But I'm gonna give it a little bit of height, okay? And there is a reason for that. Okay, let's go ahead and open this. In this particular die, or this stencil actually, has this beautiful filigree right here. And I think I want that kind of so there we have that cornered filigree, okay? And we have that on the back. All right, let me go ahead and clean up here and then we'll come back. All right, so now I have my die cut, my sentiment, I have this, and I'm just gonna put some 3D foam on that. It's kind of gonna be like a white on white, but not really. And we are going to put our sentiment right about here. That'll work. So that way it's on top of everything else. And I think we can put it there. Yeah, I think that will definitely be the perfect place for it. So let me go ahead and get that down. Very quick, very fast, very easy to do. And you don't have to do a lot of layers. You don't have to do a lot of stamping. And there you have it. But you got a lot of bling, a lot of color, some height to it. And that little shadow just kind of creates that division that you see there. So it's really, really, really nice. All right, so here we have several of the items we're going to be using for our next card. As you can see, this is coming out very quickly, very fast, okay? I have Spun Sugar, Worn Lipstick, Picked Raspberry, and Festive Berries, okay? I'm going to create an ombre effect. Now, here is the die that we're going to be using, and that says Love in the Air. And it's got this cute little person kind of dangling off of its huge balloon with hearts and whatnot. So I want that to be the main focus of my card. Okay, I also have an A2 card. So let's go ahead and start making our ombre effect here. And there you have a beautiful ombre effect that we are now going to use to create our die cut. You can see just how perfectly that fits right there. So let me go ahead and take this off. I'm going to go ahead and pass this through the die cutting machine, and I'll be right back. All right, so the idea behind a cast card is that it is clean and simple. The majority of cast cards have a white background. Just add a little bit of embellishment to it. In other words, the majority of the card will be that of white. It will not have much color. It will not have a lot going on. So that being said, there are ways to add a simple touch to this, okay? One way is by using washi tape, and you can do this as a border. And I think I'd rather do it this way so that it is inwards. And I have this lovely washi tape that I had gotten from Michael's. Now all I have to do is come here like this, trim that, come here just like so, trim that off. And here we have this lovely card with our sentiment that we're just gonna add right there. Now, this is a very small cut die, so it's got a lot of thin lines. You want to get something that can get glue or a fine liner, some type of item that would allow you to get into these small grooves. You can use double-sided sheets of sticky paper, and that will absolutely help. It'd probably be easier because of all the little details. Now these are kind of glued together, so it's just easy to run the scissors right along the edge and create that division for them. I would like to have a little bling here on the heart, but let me see. We'll do a couple of parts here. Now, this is a very clean and simple card, very easy to make. And the beauty comes in with this ombre effect that you're creating, just like so. And all right, so here I'm just gonna add some sequins in a stronger color. All right, and there you have it. A simple cast card with plenty of bling, lots of color, a simple design, and it's ready to go. All right, welcome back everyone. So for today, we're gonna be using this beautiful die set. And this says Joyride, so we're gonna be utilizing this die for our card today. And again, this is from Queen of Craft. And one of the things that I like is that it comes in its own little seal bag. So you just have to stick it in, put it here, it's stored. Even if you have to cut pieces, it has its own little bag. So this is really neat, okay? So for today's craft, I have my A2 card. I have an A2 size print. And that comes from the With You paper pad set. This is a 6 by 6 paper pad. So we're gonna be using that. I have a mixed media piece of paper. This is Canson's Mixed Media. And that is a 5 by 3 7/5. So that will have about, I'd say about 1/4 inch on each side. I want it to be a little bit wider because I want this print to show, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off by working my background, okay? Now that has already quite a bit of green. I do want to continue with that because it has, I want this little bike to have a grassy background and a sky. So this is gonna be quite a quick card. And this is really easy to make when you have a set of watercolors that you can just kind of wash over. This is the easiest way to do this, okay? So we'll take that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start picking up some of this color that I put there and start creating these clouds simply by removing some of the color that I placed. There, simple. Okay. So I'm just gonna come down here towards the bottom and add in a mixture of green. Let's see if that's a green that I would like. And I think so. Okay, so I'm gonna take another brush, and this is a thinner brush. I'm gonna come in with some darker blue and add a little bit more color to that. Just so I can get more blues here at the top. I'm gonna repeat the same process with some of the green. Just add some more color to that brush. Dab off a little bit of that color. And just help it kind of land a little bit further south. Okay. Now, these are quick and easy cards that you can make and you can do in quantity because it's very quick and very easy to make. So our background is done. And this is gonna have this beautiful watercolor effect, kind of like the splash that you have going on. So no worries. One of the fun things about watercolor is that it's very easy to work with, to be honest. All right. I now have my card base and I'm gonna start working this, okay? One of the things that I do want to do, well, we're gonna elevate this a little bit. So this will be our background. Go ahead and prepare that. All right, now I have a little bit of a white part here. That's, you know, it's really hard to tell. I mean, I could leave it, that's not big of a deal, but if you are kind of a perfectionist, simply come through and just snip that off. It's not too big of a deal. The eye won't catch it very much if you just snip it. So there you have a nice clean edge card. That little white piece is gone. And I'm gonna go ahead and die cut my bike and I'll be back. All right, so now I'm back. I have already added double-sided tape to the back of this and I have a length of raffia, okay? So what's gonna happen is I'm going to take this length of raffia, because this is paper, I'm just gonna add a dab of glue to secure this right onto my card, just like so, okay? Press down, make sure that it adheres, and then I'm gonna wrap it. I'm actually gonna have to remove this. Let's pull that back. And since this is going to come around right about here, I want to make sure this is secured across that part of the card. And then this one, so you know what, I'm just going to remove this section. And this section here, just like so. So that way it creates a diagonal, kind of like when you're wrapping gifts. Okay, so now I have this here that will be ready to tie in a bow. Okay. Now all I need to do is actually adhere this down, and I'm creating my little tabs to kind of create a buffer for myself to make sure I can get this nice and centered. Okay, that's down. Before I do that though, I kind of want to pull this raffia apart. I think I've opened up enough down the way. Kind of tuck that in. I'm going to use my thumbs because I can pull at the bottom. All right, now all I have to do is just kind of snip that, just like so. And now I have my card ready to receive my little bike. And this is the bike that I have, and I'm gonna do it out of black to kind of give it this beautiful little set here. And I think I went a little bit further down, so that's good. All right, so I have that down. The little dots, I actually lost them because they're very tiny. So all I have to do, come back in with the marker and tag that little joyride. Now, here are some roses that I would love to add to my little card here just to give it more of a delicate touch. And I think just to kind of add a little bit of something here. So see, I have a little bit of a sequin mix that I think I might be able to kind of use. I'm looking for these little blue sequins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull out my little mini Zots and place those down just like so. And if any of your Zot just kind of sticks out, all you need to do is tuck it underneath and just let it kind of be absorbed. And there we have a beautiful Joyride card that has lots of interesting aspects. You have the paper, you have the flowers, you have raffia, you have sequins, and this is so quick and easy to make. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this quick card tutorial and everything that you kind of saw here. I hope this inspires you to use some of the items that are found on the Queen of Craft shop. You can get a 10% discount. Now I'll go ahead and put that code down in the description box below. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it interesting, or if you like what you saw, and don't forget to comment. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching HeartcraftPaper. For more videos and tutorials like these, don't forget to subscribe. Visit the website at www.heartcraftpaper.com.